So this poem is called Skipping Rocks, and just to give you a little backstory about it, I sometimes pull over on the side of the road just to spend a few minutes outside and enjoy nature and kind of transition between work and home if I need to, or just to have a few minutes with God, or just to stop being so daggone busy. And anyway, one day in particular, I think it was spring of 2017, I happened to pull over on the Parkway, which is a lovely place to stop if you get the chance. And I was in my car and I could look out at the water, and there just so happened to be a little boy, probably around 3 or 4, and his grandfather, and they were skipping rocks on the water. And, you know, as I'm watching them, I can't hear a word they're saying. They're way too far. But you could see how the whole conversation was playing out, just how frustrated the little boy was. He was in awe and he wanted to do it, and, you know, was struggling, and you could just see the whole thing. So anyway, I started thinking of a poem as I'm watching them, but it also made me think about how we never really stop being those children, and whether it's a mentor or our parents, we are always, you know, trying to do things perfectly and wanting to master cool stuff that we've seen, or this idea of perfection that we have in our head. And even as believers, sometimes we really want to give God all the glory in our life, and we try really hard and don't always pull it off. And, you know, sometimes we just struggle. And anyway, so I started thinking of this poem. I pretty much wrote the whole thing right away. I could not finish the end. It took me about a year to get that done. And I even just put it aside and thought, whatever. But then it came to me one day. And so here you have Skipping Rocks. So here it goes. He teaches me how to use them, the instrument of his hands. Skillfully, slowly, purposefully, each flat rock skips to his wordless commands. Oh, the marvel, oh, the mystery, the way he sees the things he knows, and filled with adoration, I gather all that I may hold. And one by one I launch them, my heart the shells to see, but my every wish just plummets, so haphazard, ungracefully. I look to him with question, my attempt nowhere near his display. I adjust my stance, I try again, but then I stop to pray. And after resting for a while, suddenly I know it is not in the way you hold it, but in the way you let it go. That's Skipping Rocks. Thanks for humoring me on this open mic night journey. Thanks.